Okay, so we decided to do a kitchen makeover in our kitchen a couple weeks ago. And it's kind of daunting to do that kind of stuff because, well, number one, what happens if you mess up? And then number two, what happens if you mess up? So we had a basic oak kitchen and we decided to paint everything because when we got the quotes from various contractors, we were looking at between $2,000 and $3,000 to do all of the cabinets, and that's kind of a lot of money. And that wasn't even including the distressing of the cabinets. So we decided, hey, you know what, we can probably try and do this ourselves. And we got this fantastic stuff from Petals and Vine in McKinney, and it's called Amy Howard One Step Chalk Paint. And that is what turned our oak cabinets to this really beautiful milky white color. But we didn't really want milky white, we wanted distressed cabinets. So what you're looking at right now, I've got 3 coats of paint on these oak cabinets, which took it from that really rich, warm yellow to this bright kind of milky white. So in order for us to kind of tone it down and get that rustic feel, what I'm doing right now is I have the Amy Howard Light Wax, and I have a wax brush that I got from Amazon, and I would highly recommend that you use this. You could also use, just regular t-shirt stuff, an old t-shirt that you cut up, but this brush, come close, you can see how rich and dense the bristles are, and they really hold on to the wax. And I just hold my brush like this, and I just kind of work it into the paint, and you can see that it gives it a really nice warm tone. So some people would stop here, but I'm really looking for that kind of tea-stained feel. So after I finish applying all the wax, which is the basic light wax, I'm going to start distressing it. Okay, so now I've got the coat of basic light wax on, and I just kind of buff it in to make sure that's not too heavy. And then I get a regular chip brush. They're like 97 cents at Hobby Lobby and whatnot. And I'm going to go into my dark wax. And I'm going to cast off on this. I prefer paper plates because it kind of absorbs the dark wax better, but I didn't have any, so we're going to use this. And then I just kind of, ooh, that went dark, just kind of brush it on. And don't freak out about the darkness because you've got that coat of regular wax on it. It's going to help to protect it from the color really seeping in. Now, if you want to go all out dark, go on with your bad self and go straight on with the dark wax. But what I like with this is I have the ability to take my cloth and just kind of buff it in and take off the parts that I'm not crazy about it being too dark. Just like that. And you can see that it's given it a tea stain. And then what I do is I go back, and we've got all this cool beveling on the cabinets, which didn't show when it was, plain wood. So I just go into the beveling, and I just start using my chip brush. And you'll notice that I'm front loading it, so it's just like the tip of it like that. And I load it pretty heavy, and I just go all the way around. And I focus on the areas where hands would naturally touch a cabinet. And we'll just go all the way down, just like that. And go all the way around the cabinet. And then you have the option of more or less. It's kind of the cool thing about distressing your own cabinets is you get to be your own little artist. So I go all the way around, and I'll even do the edges, of course. Now this sets up pretty fast, and what you'll find is as you continue to work, you're going to have little pieces of wax on the ground. So be careful with that. Either clean it up right away or put a drop cloth under you, and that helps to mitigate the cleaning process or make it easier. And even the beveling on the face, I'll do. And I don't really stress about doing all of it perfectly the first time around, because after I finish everything, I'll be able to go back and kind of decide what I want to redo, if I want to add a little bit more, if I want to take off a little bit. If you want to take off a little, what you can do is just get a tiny bit of clear wax or light wax. Like, let's say I didn't want it so dark over here. I would just take a little bit of clear wax or light wax, and I can start buffing it away. And you can see, maybe not, I have to push it in. And you can see that I have taken off the wax. So you can decide how much you want on it and what you can do with it. And it's a pretty cool process. Time consuming, but after the quotes, man, I mean, you save so much and it's really fun. So happy waxing, happy kitchen makeovering, and have a great day.